do you think I am, Christian?
Oh my God. I hate people that sneeze with their tongues outside of their mouths. Like,
First of all,
my ex does that.
A, how did you pick up on that?
That's beyond insane.
What,
How did you pick up on
that? Do
that?
you do that? I didn't see it, but I just don't like when people do that.
I don't understand.
When people sneeze like little kids.
Well, what?
When,
Little kids sneeze, they're like adorable. They're like,
No, it's so gross. When a little kid sneezes and coughs, they have their tongue sticking out the whole time.
do it.
They're like,
Do you know what she's talking about?
like when little kids sneeze and they like stick their tongue out when they do it. Yeah, like that. Like that. Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
What?
So
First
much.
of all,
It's
first
so
of all,
gross.
A, I don't think I've ever identified that before. And B, I think that's something very weird to get.
I don't think you do it. I was just talking about it.
I don't think so either.
But if I find out that you do it.
If I find out. Welcome back, everybody. This week's segment of the Baltimorons is sponsored by Kleenex. No, I'm kidding. That was supposed to be funny because you were talking about sneezing. All right. Womp, womp, womp. I don't. There you go. That was my effort.
That's funny.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, so we're back. Marissa, Donnell. What's up, everybody? Yep, Donnell's silent. Heard. Totally understand.
No, let Donnell speak.
Go ahead, bro.
I didn't have much to say.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Anyway, so we were making a top 10 list of different neighborhoods in Baltimore, which then made me wonder, what is your top 10? What would be your number one? And I'm bad with favorites, so if I got through it, you can get through it.
I'm biased because I lived here, but I tell everybody about Hamilton.
You live there?
I lived there.
Because we're not in Hamilton.
No. Yeah, I said here, but I meant there. I meant there.
Why are you... Why?
Well, because I lived there.
Yeah, but why do you like it?
Because it's like hipster and really cute, and it's kind of like a mini Canton, but more affordable, and that's actually insane. And you're gonna drink it still. I already know.
Yeah.
You're still gonna drink it.
And the duck making his weekly... There you go.
But it's cute. It's hipster. It's like a mini Canton Fells, but more affordable. And it's still in the city. So
I feel like I don't know enough about Hamilton to really judge it on a personal level, but I feel like Hamilton to me is more people that are putting down roots, whereas Fed, Fells, Canton, even Hampden is a little bit more transient, a little bit more you mentioned hipster, right? So younger hipster vibe where people are still not yet settled down. I feel like Hamilton is one of those drive-in routes.
I mean, I think it's a mix of both. It's a lot of young people, but young people putting down roots. And it's a lot of single-family detached homes. There's not many townhouses like how there is in Canton and Fells. But it's the same vibe, if that makes sense.
What is awesome about Hamilton?
There's a lot of places to eat there, right there on Harford Road.
Okay. You have favorites?
The Poppies that turned into Alexander's Tavern. I like that. I like Zeke's Coffee. That's a staple. Everybody in that area goes to get coffee there. Yeah. I used to work at this one place, but they went out of business, but that's okay because I quit from there. So, and then they went out of business after I quit.
It's because you quit that they went out of business.
They needed me.
Alexander's Tavern. I actually didn't even know that there was one there, to be honest.
It's owned by the same people that own Poppies.
I feel like the reason that I don't is because I don't drive that north-south Harford Road corridor, and we're constantly cutting across, right? So the neighborhood, I can tell you the street names and the houses and the prices in the community, but I'm not driving up and down Harford Road going to restaurants and shops and stuff. But it's very interesting, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks good.
Little breakfast nacho going on. Interesting. All right, we're coming back to you, so keep thinking. Donnell, what is your favorite neighborhood in the city?
That is really hard. I would have to say...
Do 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 do.
Let's go with
There's no wrong
Patterson Park.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I like that.
Why pick Patterson?
I'll pick Patterson Park just because I like the space. I like the people over there. I mean, I'm a little more on the bougier side.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, just the area in general.
Okay.
So not for the park.
No, not for
He
the
said
park.
immediately
Well,
no. He's
you know,
like,
the crazy thing about the park, I guess it's not that crazy, but so if you're in New York and you're looking at Central Park, right? You have the east and the west and like the north and the south, and there's different neighborhoods that are adjacent to the park. But Patterson Park is the largest quote unquote park with residential on all four sides. And there's so many different neighborhoods that like touch the park. Patterson, there's Highlandtown, there's Canton, there's Fells, Upper Fells, all of them like touch the park. But I like Patterson Park because I feel like it's easy to get to. And it's in a good location. If you're in Canton, like in Canton proper, there's a lot of traffic down there. And Patterson Park is more on like the east-west thoroughfares, which I like. I vibe with that. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
My turn?
Yeah, you're about to come to me again.
I'm pretty simple. I really, really, really like Roland Park, but I don't think that takes a lot. Just the houses, the architecture, the vibes. They're also like the biggest houses in the city, so it's one of those where if you like that large historic home, I mean, you're gonna fall in love with Roland Park.
What's the average price for a house in Roland Park?
Ooh, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you, but if I had to guess, I'm saying 880, 820. I mean, there's not that many sales that happen in Roland Park, but they're all big houses. They're all very well desired, and if you like the historic home, you're going to pay for it.
I love driving through Roland Park, especially this time of the year. Like I had one of my clients from out of town. I was showing her houses like around Roland Park.
Okay.
And so I kept driving because she's like she keeps using the word pristine. She's like, I need a pristine neighborhood. I'm like, okay, bet. I was like, and she was in my car. And so I was like, okay. So I drive her through Roland Park to get to the house.
Yeah, right. Right.
She's like, oh my gosh, this area is so nice. I was like, yeah. And it also reminds me of Gilmore Girls.
I mean, I think it is ever present in probably every major city to have that kind of historic community. But I mean, some of the houses in Roland Park go back to 1800s, and they're like huge, very, very unique homes that are just incredible. They're the custom homes of a century ago, and now you have people living in them that are just reaping the benefits of all of a century's old technology.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say pretty selfishly that Roland Park is my favorite.
Why is that selfish?
Because that's where I started my business. It was like my introduction to real estate. It was where I started kind of growing my knowledge about real estate. So every day, driving in, driving out, driving in, driving every single day. So I don't know. It just felt like home.
Well, you didn't buy your house in Roland Park, though.
We're just going to shut that right off. There's a lot of reasons for that. But I will say one of the biggest reasons that I chose to buy outside of the city is because I am highly invested into the commute. So being on the 695 Beltway rather than being 10 or 15 minutes away from it gave me a little bit more. It's an amenity that I have being on the Beltway. So if I'm in Bel Air with a client in the afternoon, it's 15 minutes closer. If I'm in Southern Maryland with a client, it's 15 minutes closer. Just because I don't have to come down 83 into Roland Park. And the drive was important, especially to my wife when we were looking for a house.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now, what is your second favorite neighborhood? Because you can't use the one that you live in. I feel like it's not that hard.
I can't say overly.
I would not even.
I wouldn't even
know where to start with that thought.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, if you ask me what I like about overly, I'll like, I live there.
So you're just naming things that you see, right? Like, I love lamp.
Yeah, seriously.
I love chair, right?
Yeah.
Like overly. I drive by there.
It's because I don't really get out much, so I'm like, you know what I mean?
Sheltered.
I'm very sheltered.
Oh my goodness. All right, but what about the city?
I'd say like, I don't know, like Fed Hill.
Okay. Why?
Because I like the park. I actually do like the park
Okay.
in Fed.
Have you
And I
like
went to a
spent
church
time
there
there?
before, and it was really nice. And
Have you ever been on Federal Hill Park?
No.
the view is crazy.
It is a cool view,
Yeah.
but it's also like a trek up the mountain to stand there and go, oh, cool, and then walk back down.
It's not a mountain. It's not that
No,
bad.
but
It's
like if you park at the bottom of the hill,
steps.
it is not one flight of stairs.
It's like
It
one
is.
flight-
It
if
is
you-
easily
But you can
30
park-
stairs.
You can park basically up there.
Yeah, you could park on the other end of the hill,
Yeah, exactly.
but
you park at the bottom of the hill and walk up.
girl, I am in it for the exercise. Boom. Bet you didn't think that one was coming.
No, I'm in it for the views.
That's right. What is a surprising neighborhood that you think buyers might be skipping over?
Waverly.
Why? That was very quick.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like Waverly is like a hidden gem. Like the houses there are just so nice.
Okay.
And like I kind of like it's kind of just like right smack dab in the middle of
What
the
is
city.
what is a good? I'm not even going to say average. What is a good price point to be in Waverly?
I'd say 300.
Okay.
300 is a good price. I think you can go under 300 and be comfortable and not find something that's like needs a total flip, but you could also go above and have something nice. And then I just like anywhere that has a bunch of greenery. I like Waverly has a bunch of greenery. It's very quiet every time I'm there. The neighbors are nice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just like it.
I feel you. Donnell, what is a neighborhood that buyers are overlooking?
Pigtown.
Pigtown. Why Pigtown?
I feel like Pigtown is up and coming.
Okay.
Pigtown is a good neighborhood. I mean, it's family oriented. I mean, good places to eat.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool places in Pigtown, actually. Yeah. They like pop up in the warehouse district of Pigtown, which is a lot of fun. Go over there and like, you know, go to a brewery or go to a little spotty bar, and it's actually really good. I agree. That's a good poll. I would say if there was one neighborhood that people are overlooking, that's tough. Overlooking?
You're the one that asked the question.
I know, but like I'm talking. I'm not thinking about it. Overlooking. I'm going to go out on a real limb here, and I'm going to say that we're overlooking that whole region between Station North to Johns Hopkins. So like Station North all the way up to Charles Village, and then even including some of that like Remington corridor. And I'm going to say it's overlooked because there's not a lot going on in there. It's very residential. There's not a lot of restaurants. There's not a lot of shops. There's not a lot going on. But it's such a great area. Again, commute is important to me, but also they're huge houses up and down like the main roads, the north and south roads, the Charles Streets and otherwise, where you can get a 4-story row home for not a lot of money, especially in Station North. I've started traveling on the train this year for the first time, and that's been a lot of fun. So being proximity to the train and then right on 83 to go north or south, I don't know. I think people sleep on it because it comes in at a little bit of a higher price point. And for that price, you can get a fancy home in Fells Point or Canton or something else. But you're getting a lot of square footage. I like big houses. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
What else? Nothing?
Neighborhood wise?
Yeah. You know, it's like Liv sends these out every week. You could read it.
No, I did read it.
Oh, here's a question.
I thought you were talking about the same question.
Here's a question.
Okay.
What areas would be best for a seasoned investor to buy in?
A seasoned investor?
Sure.
Just somebody that knows what they're talking about.
Yep.
Knows what they're doing. That's not obvious. Like Canton, Fells.
I mean, that
Harbor
can
East.
count.
Yeah, I would say that's like, I feel like that you'll get your money's worth
Okay.
in Canton Fells easily. Because I feel like people will literally buy the smallest, little tiniest house for like way over what it's what I think it's worth.
I mean, value is determined by what they pay for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. But like people are so desperate to live in those areas that they're willing to pay so much money for something.
They're desperate.
They're desperate.
Such a term.
They want to walk home from the bar. I understand. I get it. Nobody wants to pay the Uber. I know.
Donnell,
I don't want to get the DUI.
What
I
is a
understand.
good area for investor?
That's a good question.
You taking Dan the
You
Duck
said
away
this is
from me?
Dan. You gotta let him speak into the mic. All right, I just
Let's
saved you
say-
some time. Go ahead.
Let's say let's say Hampden area,
Damn, that was mine. Why?
Wow.
because there's not many. I'd say there's not many investors out here, and then we have the school campus nearby,
Yeah.
and
I was going to say Hampden and all of the surrounding, like you've got Hose Heights and Hampden and Woodbury and all these little neighborhoods that make up like Hampden proper. Because I just feel like it has the most propensity to grow. Like I feel like Hampden is one of those neighborhoods that's just kind of like floating, and it has the most propensity to just shoot up in value, depending on what happens with the main street here, depending on what happens with some of the other areas in Hampden as far as like quote unquote revitalization. But there's been a lot of people that have been building new communities in Hampden and selling them for $400,000 and $500,000, which was like unheard of here 10 years ago.
Oh, you know what's another good one? Because Christian has a listing here. Reservoir Hill.
Reservoir Hill.
I feel like that would be a good investment.
Why?
Because I think that neighborhood's up and coming. There's a lot of historic houses there. I like the style of the homes there. And I just like the neighborhood. It's right next to like, it's kind of like, because in Hamilton, we have like Lake Montebello right next door. I feel like it's in like another, because of the lake. And then you can walk the track and it's getting nice.
Well, the
weather.
zoo's there too.
And the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that park,
like the
Druid
zoo.
Hill Park, is massive. And I will say underutilized. I think that our city does not utilize that space very well because it's not the featured area. I think that the highway kind of like clogs it off, and it doesn't get the prominence that it deserves. But you could throw massive festivals in Druid Park and just kind of be buried in there, and no one would even know. It's such a beautiful space. The state is investing hundreds of millions of dollars into the lake, as you mentioned. And so when that's all done, it's supposed to be like park and kids park and dog park and all the things that they build. But that'll be really cool. So yeah, Reservoir Hill's a good one.
Yeah, I think I had the best answer so far. Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
You guys kind of took the easy, low-hanging fruit.
If you were buying a house right now, you're buying a house 2026, what would you buy? In what neighborhood?
My parents' house.
Why?
Because I don't want them to sell it. I want to keep it forever.
What neighborhood is it in?
It's in Overley.
That's in Overley? In the county or the city?
It's technically the city. It's literally...
Is there an Overley neighborhood in the city? Is that true?
Yeah, so
I don't think so.
we're literally on the city-county line.
I don't even think
Look
so.
it up.
I'm about
Look it
to.
up.
I'm about
We're
to.
going to have to censor this.
We're not censoring it.
I'm not going to give you my address.
Don't you worry.
Censor it.
I'll look it up. Just
do you
like
mean?
everyone else knows. We go, What is your dad's name?
Imtiaz.
What?
Imtiaz.
Spell it.
I-M-T-I-A-Z.
No worries. We're good. I got it. It's right there.
Yeah, that's my house.
And that is in the city. That's way in the city. That's not even like kind of in the city. That's way in the city.
Yeah, but like if you go half a block down, you're in the
then
county.
You're in the county. I agree.
So
So if we go here, what is this neighborhood considered? I'll tell you.
yeah, please tell me.
It's going to take me a second because it's a long loading website.
It's
But-
so crazy because when my parents bought that house, they bought it as I think an auction or a foreclosure, and there were squatters in there. And there's a lot of like nice like original wood and the squatters were taking the wood out of the house because there was no heat, and they were starting fires with the wood in the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is intense.
They didn't take everything, though. We still have like the pocket doors, and it's really cute. So yeah, I would buy my parents' house.
So if you don't know, you can go to livebaltimore.com/neighborhoods. And then as the map loads, it takes forever. But it's a very like robust map, and you can zoom in and look at all the details of this specific neighborhood. So we're going to go over here. Excuse me. Zoom, zoom, zoom. It's this right here. Sedmont.
Sedmont.
Cedmont. Sedmont. Sure. Let's look at the details of Sedmont. The estimated home value, median home value, is $292,000. Actually, that is surprising. 56% ownership and 44% rentership. Interesting. Very interesting.
Why is it interesting?
I would have thought more renters were living in that area. Just because of proximity and price point, I would have thought that it was a rental favorite community, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Alas.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I will say that the people like on my street have been living there since I started living there, like 2005.
Damn.
Like, there's not a lot of people move out of the neighborhood, so
Unless
it must
they
be
foreclose.
good. Yeah, unless they foreclose.
Donnell, where would you buy today?
In Baltimore?
Mm-hmm. Or in a
The
surrounding
house
area.
next to mine.
Oh my gosh.
If I were to buy in Baltimore, it would definitely be in Pikesville.
Why in Pikesville? I'm about it.
Because I just love Pikesville, and it's the county. First
Okay.
of all, I just love the area.
Okay. I mean, it's a good location, proximity to everything, easy, close, straight. I get it. I get it. To answer your impending question, I already know. Where would I buy? I would probably buy, if I had all the money and I could do whatever I want, I'd probably buy on the Baltimore Peninsula.
Really?
Yeah.
The one of the new builds?
Yeah. And I hate new construction.
They're cute, though.
It's cute. The community is clean. I like just the simplicity, and everything down there is being newly built, well done. There's lots of parking. The hope or the aspiration for increase in value as the community continues to grow in popularity. I think that's a good investment. I also like, again, it's right off the 95 corridor, so really easy from a commuting standpoint. And I don't know, I've never owned a new house, so like that sounds like fun to me.
You ate with that one.
Why?
No, that means you did a good job with that
I know,
answer.
but like, why do you say that?
Because like,
Thanks for clarifying.
I wouldn't have thought that you would say that. I would not have thought you would say Baltimore Peninsula. I would have thought like for the investor question, you would have said that.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would really truly give someone that advice. Like, I take my advice pretty seriously, and I want to make sure that if I give someone advice, it's very genuine and honest, and it's not just like, oh, I hope that it becomes profitable. But for a personal residence, I think that it could be in the future. But I just think I've never had that amenity in my life, and I feel like that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I've always bought, older homes that need renovation. So that would be cool to buy in Roland Park or Windhurst or something like that. But I just think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a cool neighborhood to buy into. And it's a unique opportunity to buy into that kind of cultivation that's happening right now. If you guys don't know, the Baltimore Peninsula was once nothing. Literally, factories and old ship houses and whatnot. And it's been turned over. The Under Armour world headquarters is there. There's a lot of restaurants and shops and a lot of good things that have gone into that area. And they're doing lots of businesses are moving in. So you have a bustling community during the day and then kind of a relaxed beautiful area at night. So that kind of mishmash of modern living is kind of fun too.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot down there.
I don't know. Maybe I'd pick like in the Ritz-Carlton, to be honest. Now that I think about it, I might pick that too. Just if I could do anything.
So bougie.
I mean, if you're going to give me the ability, but
To be bougie.
I digress. How would you help someone weigh their options through making that decision in what neighborhood to choose, especially with, an average price point of $300,000? Like you can go all over the city in different communities and different markets and different desires.
I think I just show them. Like I go, so some people don't know what they want, right? They know their price point and they think that they want something, but then when they actually see it, they're like, no. So like I would put them on a drip campaign for that price point in their criteria, bedrooms, bathrooms, whatever. And then I would just put Baltimore City, if do you want to be Baltimore City or Baltimore City, Baltimore County. And then they can see for themselves like, oh, this neighborhood, I'm getting like a shack for my price point. Or this neighborhood, I'm getting like a really big house. You know what I mean? So like, and then it kind of helps them figure out like, where do I really want to be? What's most important to me?
Yeah. I agree. I think it really...
If you try to tell them they don't, you get like kind of pushback a little bit.
I think there was a perspective years and years and years ago where people didn't have the knowledge. And so the real estate agent became the knowledge broker, and the real estate agent gave you, oh, if you like this, you should go here, 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 which is how, of course, we ended up in, bad things like redlining and steering and other really negative things. But when I got into the industry, I was just like, why would you even do that? Like, why wouldn't you just say, hey, where do you want to live? And ask more questions, understanding what's important to you, right? Is commute important to you? Is being close to restaurants important to you? Is being in a vibe like Patterson Park, just like kind of almost in Canton, but not quite in Canton? What else is important to you? And then allow the people to kind of guide that conversation. If somebody says, hey, I want to be close to Lake Montebello, you go, well, how close?
Yeah. Like,
right? You don't go like
the lake.
Yeah, like...
Do you want to be around the lake? Do you want to be in the lake?
I'll put you in the lake.
Hey, there's people. I was about to cuss. There's people living in that lake right now as we speak. So, like,
but
not living. They're not living.
Thanks for the clarification, Marissa over here dropping bombs of clarification today. I think it is that vibe, right? If somebody says, oh, I want to live within walking distance. Well, how far is walking distance? If somebody says, oh, I want to live on the south side of the city, what do you define as the south side? I honestly think that the biggest failure that we have as a community of real estate agents is trying to tell people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the south side. Well, that sets you up for a duh. They say, no, I like this area. And you're like, well, that's not the south side. They're like, well, that's what I meant. Well, duh, you didn't ask enough questions.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like the real issue is we don't ask enough questions.
Right. I think that's just where we came from. Where we came from was people say, south side, you say this. And they go, okay, thank you. But now we're not the knowledge brokers. So when they say south side, we really have to ask them, like, what is south side to you? What is east side to you? What is west side to you? Where do you draw the line? How far is too far? Right. And I also think that sometimes people don't know what they want because they say things like, oh, I want to live in my parents' neighborhood. You're like, well, do you know that if you cross the road, you're no longer in your parents' neighborhood anymore? And they're like, no, but I still want to live there. And you're like, well, so where do you really want to live?
Yeah.
But I think the challenge is really helping people guide through the process, like navigating it, especially for some of your clients. You've had people that have moved here from out of state, never even been to Maryland. How did you help them manage what neighborhood to buy in?
Well, it was difficult, but they did their research mostly. They were using ChatGPT. They were basically they told me exactly what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I asked them questions. I was like, they told me they didn't want to live here. They didn't want what they didn't want, where they didn't want it. They told me exactly like the home they wanted, what they wanted, square footage wise.
Yeah.
The people that they wanted around. They basically told me exactly what they wanted.
Yeah.
Did you do like virtual tours?
Yes, I did lots of virtual tours.
Lots of
And you
virtual
like
tours.
posted them on YouTube?
No, just send them to them.
Yeah, Christian does that. He posts a lot
I
of
just
virtual
did
tours
that.
on YouTube. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a very tasking way to go about it. And there's something about working through the conversation with the client at the same time. So, going on YouTube is a good route because you can actually like navigate the video at the same time that they are. But some of the challenges that we have with virtual tours is clients don't know what they don't know. And so if you're only in the property for 5 minutes and you take a video, they don't know to ask or they don't know that next thing. So it's incredibly challenging to help someone really narrow down on a community that they want to live in. But I think if you do start by showing them a lot of options rather than like, here's 3, pick one. And those folks, when they moved here, I mean, they looked at, I don't even know, how many houses do you think you virtually toured for them? There's a bunch.
Probably about maybe 10.
That's what I was thinking, like 10 or 12. It was a bunch, but it wasn't that many if you just don't know the community. So they're just really relying on you. They're relying on ChatGPT to create that, opportunity for them to feel comfortable. It's interesting. And it's a real challenge if you don't know the area, but I don't know. You have any thoughts?
I don't know. I just did my first virtual tour last week, and she was like, well, if you do a virtual tour for me and you post it on YouTube and I like it, I'll put in an offer today. I was like, okay, bet. So I dropped everything. I went.
That's where you went wrong. You're already wrong. You joined.
Anyway, I did it. And then later on, she was like, you know what? She's like, I just need to see it in person. She's like, I'm going to get a flight. And now she's going to be here this week. So.
Well, that could be good too. And, for those people that are trying to understand the community and they want to feel it out, they really do have to get to it in person. But for other people, that could be just like the virtual tour to just sell it for them. Understanding that you have their back and making sure that you're making the transition for them smoothly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've had a couple clients from out of town, and I think the best thing, I think the worst thing that I ever did was let their family members come to the tour, give their opinions, let them put in an offer. They came for inspection, and then they didn't like it anymore. They didn't like it. And I was like, well, this is why you should have been here. You know what I mean? So.
It's lots of challenges. Working through the navigation of understanding the community that you're buying in, whether you're local or afar, is very difficult. But like Donnell said, I think there's a lot of information out there. We're not the knowledge broker, but we're more the I like to think of it as like the coach, right? We're not here to give you the tools. We're here to help you use them and figure out what's going to be the best fit for you. But alas. Anyway, if you guys need more information, you can always reach us on frankoliverco.com. Under additional resources, you can read about this blog and so many more. You can reach out to me on Instagram at michael.frank_____. It's a lot, right? Donnell, how can they reach out to you?
On Instagram at The Real Plug.
At The Real Plug. That's it.
That's it.
Marissa?
Marissa the Realtor __ on Instagram.
Love that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. For more information on the housing market, Real Estate 101, how you can leverage your position in today's market, and so much more, click on the link below. If you like this video or have a burning real estate question you'd like us to answer, leave us a comment and let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode, and we'll see you again real soon.